Good morning and welcome to another Costa Women Hangout with me, Fiona Catchpole. And today I'm going to be speaking to a lovely Dutch lady, and I'm only going to say her first name. She's going to introduce herself because I can't do it. So good morning, Joyce. Lovely to see you here.
Good morning, Fiona. Well, I'll introduce myself then. It's Joyce van Ombergen-Jong. And if you would translate my first surname, it would be around the mountains. So...
Oh,
Oh,
okay. The young bit though, what does that bit mean?
And the young thing, that's the interesting part, is young. So I married Mr. Young, so I'll stay young forever.
Okay, cool. That's a really cool story.
Yes.
So this is a hangout all about Costa Women. You're our featured guest for today. First of all, let me ask you, when did you first join Costa Women?
Well, to be honest, I don't actually quite remember what the date was, but I think about 2 years ago, 1.5, 2 years ago.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
I heard about it.
How did you hear about us? Yeah, that's
yes,
what I was going to say.
yes. Well, I have to think very deep. I think it was social media, probably something on Facebook, so a group. And no, that was Elsa Beekman. She's the Dutch journalist from in Spanje. Mm-hmm. And she knows Ellie quite well. And she said, well, Joyce, it might be interesting to join, which I did and didn't regret. Yeah. So, yeah, so probably it was social media, just seeing some posts about it and then being introduced by Elsa.
And how long have you been living and working in Spain?
7 years this week, actually. So,
oh, happy anniversary.
Yes, thank you. Yes, 7 years. Yeah.
And what do you do as your professional career? And you have a project that you want to tell us all about.
True. Well, since 7 years, I'm working as a personal and business coach, and I work mainly via Skype. So Google Hangout on air is new to me, but Skype is not. And I even wrote a book about it, The Online Coach, which I also translated to English. So if people want to know more about that, just Google Amazon, The Online Coach, and my funny name, and they will find it. Because, well, I was one of the first, Dutch Skype coaches. And I ran into Skype by, moving here and, of course, talking to my family on Skype. And discovered all the advantages. So then I was able to take my work to the next level. So I work for quite some big companies in Holland, but also private, especially entrepreneurs. And then it's about personal and business coaching. But for me, it's actually the same because you take yourself to the job, right? So
is there a nature of type of business that you end up coaching more, or is it all business?
No, it's like I said, you take yourself to work into you. If you're an entrepreneur, especially self-employed one, or is that the word? Yeah. Then you take yourself. You are your business. So it starts with your mission, your vision, your way of working. So we start there. And of course, it depends on the coaching question. So it can be quite broad.
Okay. So, but you deal with any industry of business, or is there a specific industry coaching that works better for you?
Well, I'm an intuitive coach, but that doesn't say anything about the industry. But I use my intuition, which is quite developed, to get to the core of the matter quite rapidly, quickly.
So any of the ladies in business here or in the Costa Women Network would be able to talk with them and coach them on any nature of the business. But with me, sometimes with my social media work, I end up focusing with bars and restaurants. And so if you had a particular niche.
No, yes. Well, the Dutch company I work for is all about intern. No, it's not intern. Sorry, I'm going to talk about that later. It's the employment, temporary employment agency. I was looking for the word. Sorry. So it's all people working there. So that's quite a specific area. But it's always about the person, well, coming to work and finding balance in work. It's mainly women, to be honest. Well, struggling with balance, work-life balance, energy level, their energy, well, household, I would say. And well, I always, working as an intuitive coach, I also use meditations even on Skype, which is for some people quite new. And a lot of people don't believe it's possible, but it's, well, I do this since 7 years and it's quite possible. It works very well. But in the same time, we talk about things from the head. So it's not all fairy into the fairies, or is that the way to say it?
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying. So I've never experienced a business coach. I don't think I've ever had even a life coach or anything like that. So for someone like myself, and maybe others that are watching and listening, you have absolutely no idea what that really means or involves. What would, say, like our first session involve? You know, just briefly give me a rough idea. You know, I'll call you up. I say, hi, Joyce. I think I need your coaching because something's gone incredibly wrong. Yeah. And then we end up on Skype. What would be the first sort of step, as it were?
The first step would be, well, first to find out whether we can have a connection, whether we can do this together, because, and of course, find out what your coaching question is, because sometimes it's not a coaching question, and then I have to refer to a psychologist, or it depends on the question. But say you end up in the same problems at work or with clients, and you want to work on that, like, this is strange, this is happening over and over and over again, and I want to know why. And then we start talking about that, and of course we decide how many sessions are needed, because I don't believe in endless programs. That's not the way I work. It's just a few sessions, or sometimes even one session, to get to the core of the matter and get some tools to keep you up and running, to get you up and running.
And then do you sort of give the client some homework and strategies, as it were, then to take away and put into practice?
Yes, if a client wants to have some homework, I never call it homework, because then it's something you need to do, and there's so many things on our to-do list already. So it depends on the client, but normally yes, because coaching is all about asking the right questions and getting to the answers of the client, because I'm not the one who knows who has the answers. You have the answers. So if I can ask you the right questions, then you start thinking, and then you will have all the insights and can work from there. And of course, homework is helpful then. And well, the most of the work is done between the sessions, because then you start, well, doing the exercises, working with the clients or with your friends, because sometimes there are some problems or challenges around that, and then you start doing things differently. So, and by gaining successful moments, you get to know, wow, this is working, so I can do this. And of course a coach can help you. And I always say, nobody needs a coach, but everybody can use one.
Okay, that's an interesting way of putting it. Yes. So what is this specific project that you were going to tell us a little bit about?
Then I first have to tell you that next to my coaching practice, I started an intern and project support agency. So I'm helping Dutch students to an intern in Malaga or surroundings, so Marbella, Estepona too. So students from Holland that are looking for an internship in Malaga, they come to me, and I help them find the right place to do their intern. Yes. So, and we work with young people, and next to doing the is that intermediation, the support? I also work together with organizations and schools in educational centers in Holland, doing special projects in Malaga. So we bring students to Spain, and during 4 weeks, and in the morning they will have Spanish courses to of course, improve their Spanish. And in the afternoons, they work in Spanish or international companies on a special project. And well, in your field of work too, social media projects,
cool.
marketing projects, so very nice. And we believe that from a very young age, students can add value to a business or organization. But in Spain, a lot of students or young people don't get that opportunity. So we want to make a change, and I'm starting to talk in we is my husband and I. And my children get involved in our business, so which is great because my children go to Spanish school, and there's not a lot to do about entrepreneurship or creativity in Spanish schools. I don't know whether your children go to Spanish school.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and I think it's a missed opportunity. It's a pity, because I think the sooner you learn how to behave and act in an entrepreneurial way, well, the better you can work with the challenges in your life.
It's about being the best you that you can possibly, being and contributing, isn't it? And that, I know what you mean by the entrepreneurial spirit. Sort of has that a sort of edge to it in contributing, to the world at large, really, as well.
Yes.
So, is there anything that the Costa Women Network can do to help you with spreading the word about this project?
Yes, because this is the project, these projects are running, and they're being supported by schools, by organizations, by businesses. But we want to take it to the next level, and we want to, we're going to, as a family, we're going to travel next year for 3 months to learn more about entrepreneurship. Well, the other end of the world, like America. So we're traveling to New York, Miami, and Argentina to learn, but also to teach, and to teach on the spot, but also via live stream. So I don't know whether you know about Periscope. Probably you do.
Yes. I haven't had I have to sort it out, actually, because I need to look on some forum, but for some reason I can't seem to get Periscope working on my new phone, which is a Samsung.
Okay. Yes.
It is available on Android now. It was only available on Apple. For some reason, I can only do a Periscope when I'm here in the house on Wi-Fi. It won't work on my 4G, but that's a technical issue. But yes,
but
I have
it's very important,
and absolutely love the idea of it.
It's Periscope is, it's a great medium, because you can broadcast, like you're doing now, but then, being on a terrace in Malaga, or it doesn't matter where you are, you can live broadcast your interview or your class in our case. So that's what we want to do.
I'll track you down on Twitter and make sure I'm following you on Periscope.
Well, and Periscope it's fun, and it's also a bit, sometimes it's a bit scary, because you open up, in my case, I opened up my house to the world and telling all about our plans. But it's nice, because
just so for anybody watching who doesn't know, I'll just flick the camera over to me. Yes. So basically, it's Periscope is an app that's connected to Twitter. So you do it on your phone, you tap on the app, and you just start filming as if you were, filming a video. You can have the camera facing towards you or away from you, and you can actually flip it around during the middle of the live stream.
True.
And basically, you are then live to the world, and people that are also have the app or on connected to you, or even not connected to you, can watch what you're saying and doing. So it's a little bit peculiar, because you don't know what to say to start off with, do you?
And they can only see you. You don't see your audience, but they can talk to you. They can send messages. They can send hearts, small hearts, which is the love, which is very nice. When people like what you're saying, they send you hearts. And it's nice, and you can also have a look at the replay, because it's you can say Periscope saves the broadcast for 24 hours, but you can also save the Periscope broadcast yourself, so you can reuse it on Facebook, on all social media channels, which is great. And we want to use that because we think we want to make a difference there, help people there, and we also want to do that with the family, but also with students. So we're going to connect to students in Miami, especially, because New York will be all about getting inspired, because New York, city of big dreams, that's where it happens. So we want to get inspired by successful entrepreneurs, and just for a few days. and then move on to Miami, where young entrepreneurs are building the new Silicon Valley. So if we connect with students to that new Silicon Valley, we can do some projects there, and then move to Argentina, and then it will be all about giving back. All the things we have learned, and of course our skills. My husband is a teacher, me being a coach, my 2 children, a son 16, daughter 14, they have their own skills and their own things they're very good at. So we want to add value there, also combined with students, to charity organizations, because they might need some help with spreading the news or getting more support. So that's the aim, and of course teaching on the spot, but via Periscope would be offering us the chance to involve the world, if you would like, so people can watch and learn and get inspired. So that's the idea.
Well, that's going to take some planning then, isn't it? So
yes, we're quite busy.
When is that going to start?
Well,
when
it will be next summer. So there is still time to arrange things. So in this stage, we're talking to especially already to people in Miami about education, about how we can connect to students there, and to the startup businesses. Argentina to, of course, charity projects, and hopefully to universities, so we can connect students from there. So interesting and inspiring, and we're being supported already by a lot of people. But of course, it would be great if more people would like to join us and help us by, helping with creating more followers, maybe giving some advice about setting up an NGO. A lot of things we need help with. So the website is already it's connected to our website already, and there will be a special part where people can buy support. It sounds funny, but it's like you buy a product, and that's like, I'm supporting you 1 hour social media advice, for example. So to make it easy, because if you ask people, I want your help, they want to know how much time will it cost me, or how much money, or so we have to be clear about that. So we're working on that. So.
Well, we'll put all the details of the website next to the video. Just give us, tell me what the website is. Do you have the address?
Yes, well, it's a Dutch name, so it's Jong Leren, and Jong means young, like I just explained. It's our surname, and Jong Leren means, if you would translate it, it's learning at a young age.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And then,
well, for those of us that aren't fluent in Dutch like myself, we will make sure that we put it clearly.
Yeah, it's Jong Leren, the journey. So the journey, that's very easy. And
okay.
Of course, I will send the link, so you will have it right, get it right. Yeah.
Okay, well, listen, we could carry on chatting for a wee while, but we're sort of reaching the end of our limit now, really, because
which is fine.
Yeah, I think it's always nice then, and people know that we're keeping them short and snappy if we can. But obviously it's really interesting to hear what you're saying about. So if you do want to come back and talk to us again, then do let me know. So
yes, maybe later in the project there will be more to share. So thank you, Fiona. But thank you for having me as a special guest today. It was a pleasure.
It's been lovely, and we've managed to have a really good connection. I haven't seen any problems, which is cool. So first time in a long time we've gone through a very, very good quality hangout. So I'm thrilled. So thank you very much, Joyce, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
bye-bye, Fiona. Bye.
Bye-bye.